Hi witches, I'm Penny. For those who don't know me, I'm Green Witch.com, and today we are going to talk about 5 things that I think every witch should do. The first thing is understanding the power of visualization. So when we talk about visualization, it's just the skill and the ability to visualize the flow of energy coming from our body or leaving our body depending on the practice we are doing. So for example, when we practice cleansing, we should be able to visualize all the unwanted and negative energies leaving our body, and at the same time we should visualize light and white and positive energy coming into our body. And that's just one of many examples where in every witch practice it's, I think, fundamental to be able to see what we are doing and what eyes can see. Number 2 is knowing the basics of cleansing and protection. Now, in this particular topic, I think it's not important what type of witch you are. You can identify as an eclectic witch, a green witch. I think knowing how to cleanse our body and how to protect our energy field, our body, our aura is so important. When we perform spells or other rituals, we have to keep in mind that we are working with energy. If the energy comes from us, from the land, from herbs, from other people, and also in our everyday life, I think every single one of us is in contact with other people. When we are in a busy place or just interacting with other people, our body is a sponge. So if we like it or not, we are absorbing the energy of other people and the place we are in. Cleansing our body and getting rid of what no longer serves us is, I think, the basics of anyone's practice. I also made a video on protection magic. I will leave the link up here, and if you would like me to make a video specifically talking about cleansing magic, you can leave a comment down here and I will try to do one. Now the third tips is one of my favorite, and is the importance to study herbs. It is true that every herb is so powerful that you don't always have to know everything about the herb in order to use it and to benefit from its power. I know it can be overwhelming. There are so many herbs and so many different books and information that you can find online. So my tip would be to just pick one herb if you can a week, but if you're busy with work or with life in general, you can as a goal have one herb a month and just trying to gather as many information as you can on that specific herb. Add it to your book of shadow and just try and practice with the herb. If you can grow it, so you will be able to see closely the energy of the specific herb. If you can, it's fine, you can just buy in a shop or online and try and use it in spells or rituals, or just make a simple and easy cup of tea. Take your time to meditate, to take care of yourself while drinking the tea and just feeling the energy and the power of the herb. If you would like to have more information about herbs and herbalism in general, you can find a lot of information in my new book, Witchcraft Simplified. I will leave the link down in the box if you would like to have a look or maybe buy it. And I tried to put as many information as I could about how to study and understand herbs and their magical properties. My fourth tip is to connect with nature. I think as witches, we have to understand and connect with our earth, understand the season, understand just the trees and the flowers and the animals that lives in our same land. It is so different depending on where you live. People in Sweden will have a completely different types of flowers and trees and animals compared to, for example, who lives in Italy or in the UK. And I think that is the power and the beautiful aspect of our practice. It just changes based on where we live. When we have a deep connection with nature, we also have a deep connection with the spirits of the land that live there, with our spirit guides, and it's going to be easier for us to just feel connected with the underworld. and without any doubt is going to give us more energy and understanding when we are performing spells, when we are performing divinations, or just when we are meditating and doing our daily routine. Now, last but not least, my final tip is to follow the season. If you celebrate the Sabbath, it's going to be easier or maybe just more natural for you to follow the rhythm and the flow of our beautiful four season. But if you don't, it's fine. I think even if you don't feel the Sabbath as yours, part of your practice, just to be more mindful of what's changing around us is gonna affect in a positive way our witchy path. We can use the fruit and vegetable that the season is offering us, as well as the herbs. In autumn, which I think is the coziest moment of year, we can base our practice on the magical properties of pumpkins, apples, cinnamon, cloves, make beautiful spell, cakes, teas, or just food in general, using all of the vegetables and fruit that autumn can give us. And we can do the same, of course, with all of the other 3 seasons. Now, I think that these 5 tips are really the basics of what every witch should follow. Just try and be mindful when you are surrounded by nature, when you're using herbs and flowers, where you are performing your spells, trying to put your intention, to use your energy. And when you feel like you need the support or a little help, don't feel afraid to experiment, to ask if you have any plants in your house, ask them to help you. Always call on your spirit guides, because they are always around you, ready to help you and support you in what you're doing. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, let the magic begin in your life because you deserve it. I will see you in my next video. Bye.